Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of MPN Academy. Friends, we are bringing you special edition of weekly current affairs test series. In this video, we will discuss 30 most important multiple choice questions associated with Union Budget 2022 with full description in English. Let's begin. Friends, join our Telegram page of MPN Academy. Just search MPN Academy on Telegram and you will see this logo. What you will get there? You will get BPSC exam news or notification updates. You will also get topper results of the test series released on the app portal, information about MPN Academy courses and YouTube video updates. So please join this public channel of MPN Academy on Telegram. Amrit Kal, which is mentioned in the Union Budget 2020-23, is the period between which years? The right answer is option number B, between 2022 to 2047. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget 2022-23 on 1st February. This budget seeks to lay the foundation and give a blueprint to steer the economy over the Amrit Kal period of the next 25 years. India at 75 in 2022 and India at 100 in the year 2047. The productivity linked incentive PLI in how many sectors will lead an additional production of 30 lakh crore rupees during next 5 years? The right answer is option number C, 14 sectors. This PLI scheme for achieving the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat has received excellent response with potential to create 60 lakh new jobs. Towards implementation of the new public sector enterprise policy, the strategic transfer of ownership of Air India has been completed. The strategic partner for NINL, Neelachal Ispat Nigam Limited, has been selected. The public issue of IPO of LIC will follow soon. Which of the following is not among the 4 pillars in the blueprint for the Amrit Kal? The right answer is option number B, Atmanirbhar Bharat is not. So what are the 4 pillars? Number 1 is PM Gati Shakti Yojana. Second number is inclusive development. Third number is financing of investment. And the fourth one is productivity enhancement and investment, sunrise opportunity, energy transition and climate action. It lays a parallel track of first blueprint for the Amrit Kal, which is futuristic and inclusive. This will directly benefit our youth, women, farmers, the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe. And second, big public investment for modern infrastructure, readying for India at 100. This cartoon depicts the Amrit Kal definition. Multimodal approach of PM Gati Shakti has how many engines as mentioned in the Union Budget 22-23? The right answer is option number B. It has 7 engines. All 7 engines, what are they? Roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways and logistic infrastructure. This will pull forward the economy in unison. These engines are supported by the complementary roles of energy transmission, IT communication, bulk water and sewage and social infrastructure. The projects pertaining to these 7 engines in the national infrastructure pipeline will align with PM Gati Shakti framework. The national highway network will be expanded by how many kilometers in the financial year 22-23? The right answer is option number C, 25,000 kilometers. PM Gati Shakti master plan for expressway will be formulated in 22-23 to facilitate faster movement of people and goods. 20,000 crore rupees will be mobilized through innovative ways of financing to complement the public resources. 17 months of quality current affairs required for 67th BPSC prelims and CDPO exam can be revised entirely in 25 hours. How? First of all, you have to study 17 months for this exam. The reason is in 66th BPSC question was asked till October 2020. So for this exam you have to study current affairs from November 2020. Since the exam is going to be held in April, so you have to study the content till March. How can you revise this entire current affairs in 25 hours? The first content is weekly current affairs test series in MCQs format, national and international. There will be 75 PDFs, 4 PDFs every month plus 2 years of economic survey, 2 years of budget, Olympic, Paralympics and census 2011. It will take 6 minutes of time for one PDF. So in 7.5 hours, you will be able to revise the entire weekly current affair test series in MCQs format. The second type of content is monthly current affair short notes, national and international. There will be 17 PDFs, one PDF for every month. It will require one PDF 30 minutes. So total in 8.5 hours, you will be able to revise the entire monthly current affair series. Then Bihar monthly current affair short notes and MCQs. There will be 22 PDFs, 17 PDFs for 17 months plus 2 years of economic survey, budget and census. One PDF will require 25 minutes of time. So it will take about 9 hours to entirely finish this Bihar monthly current affairs. These three types of content will take total 25 hours of time. What is the importance of these current affairs? 19 questions tallied in 66th BPSC from these weekly current affairs test series MCQs format. 10 questions tallied from Bihar monthly current affairs. So total 36 questions tallied in 66th BPSC prelims exam from these MPN Academy current affairs PDF notes. About more than 85% questions tallied. In 2021, there was no exam held of BPSC. So Bihar SI exam was held where 86% questions tallied. 31 questions tallied. The video is available on YouTube. On this channel, you can watch it with full details. Friends, how will you get these quality PDFs from November 2020 onwards? Please download the MPN Academy app from the Google Play Store. You will see 4 section. You have to go to store section in the bottom and you have to select the course 67th BPSC CDPO Current Affairs PDF course. This content is made available at a very reasonable price which can be afforded easily by everyone. Payment link is given. Just pay there and you will be enrolled in the course. The contents are provided there very systematically. Friends, please keep it in mind that MCQs will be bilingual in Hindi and English language, but the explanation and short notes will be in Hindi. From January onwards, the content is fully in English. Contracts for implementation of multimodal logistic parks at how many locations will be awarded through PPP mode in the financial year 22-23? The right answer is option number A. 4. The data exchange among all mode operators will be brought on Unified Logistic Interface Platform ULIP designed for Application Program Interface API. This will provide for efficient movement of goods through different modes, reducing logistics cost and time, assisting just-in-time inventory management, and in eliminating tedious documentation. Which concept will be popularized to help local businesses and supply chains in Indian Railways? The right answer is option number C. One station, one product. Railways will develop new products and efficient logistics services for small farmers and small and medium enterprises, besides taking the lead in integration of postal and railways networks to provide seamless solutions for movement of parcels. As part of Atmanirbhar Bharat, how many kilometers of network will be bought under Kavach? The right answer is option number A. 2000 kilometers. Kavach is the indigenous world-class technology for safety and capacity augmentation in 2020-23. How many new generation Vande Bharat trains will be developed and manufactured during the next 3 years? The right answer is option number D. 400. Vande Bharat is a semi-high speed train set, each of 16 coaches and self-propelled. They do not require an engine. This is called a distribution traction power system, which is increasingly becoming the norm the world over for passenger operation. Distributed power gives the train higher acceleration and deceleration compared to loco-fueled trains, which takes a much longer time to reach top speed. How many PM Gati Shakti cargo terminals for multimodal logistic facilities will be developed during next 3 years? The right answer is option number B. 100. The Gati Shakti National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in October 2021. Gati Shakti, a digital platform, aims to bring 16 ministries including railways and roadways together for integrated planning and coordinated implementation of infrastructure connectivity projects. Friends, if you want to know How is your preparation of current affairs for 67th BPSC prelims exam and Bihar CDPO prelims exam? Then this course is ideal for you. Golden Current Affair Test Series. What you will get in this? There will be 25 questions. One question will consist 50 MCQs. So overall you will get 1250 cream questions selected from 17 months required for 67th BPSC prelims exam from November 2020 to March 2022. Questions are selected from Bihar national and international current affairs. You will get 40 minutes of time to solve one question paper of 50 MCQs. How can you get this course? Go to the Google Play Store, download the MPN Academy app, and on the store section the course is mentioned Golden Current Affairs Test Series. Free demo test is made available on the app portal. You can try and check for yourself whether your preparation of current affairs is solid or not. At the end of every test, you will get the result. What will be the length of ropeways projects to be built in the financial year 22-23? The right answer is option number A, 60 kilometer. Contracts for 8 ropeways projects for a length of 60 kilometer will be awarded in 22-23. What will be the target of the organic farming corridors with a focus on farmers' land along river Ganga at the first stage? The right answer is option number A, 5 kilometers. Chemical-free natural farming will be promoted throughout the country with a focus on farmers' land in 5-kilometer corridor along with river Ganga at the first stage. What is the estimated target of procurement of wheat and paddy in the financial year 21-22 through MSP? The right answer is option number A, 1,208 lakh metric tons. The procurement of wheat in Rabi 21-22 and the estimated procurement of paddy in Kharif in the same year will cover 1,208 lakh metric tons of wheat and paddy from 163 lakh farmers and 2.37 lakh crore rupees of direct payment of MSP, means minimum support price value, to their accounts. Which year has been announced as the International Year of Millets? The right answer is option number B, 22-23. Support will be provided for fast harvest, value addition, enhancing domestic consumption, and for branding millet products nationally and internationally. Use of Kisan drones will be promoted for crop assessment, digitization of land record, spraying for insecticides and nutrients. Implementation of Ken-Betwa link project at an estimated cost of how many crore rupees will be taken up? The right answer is option number C, 44,605 crore rupees. This is aimed at providing irrigation benefits to 9.08 lakh hectare of farmers' land, drinking water supply for 62 lakh people, 103 megawatt of hydro and 27 megawatt of solar power. Draft DPRs of 5 river links have been finalized. Which one of the following is not listed in it? The right answer is option number C, Kaveri Pennar is not listed in it. So the name of 5 river links which has been finalized is Krishna Pennar, Pennar Kaveri, Godavari Krishna. Fourth number is Par Tapi Narmada, and the fifth one is Daman Ganga Pinjal. Once a consensus is reached among the beneficiary states, the center will provide support for implementation. Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme ECLGS will be extended up to, the right answer is option number B, March 22-23. ECLGS has provided much needed additional credit to more than 130 lakh MSMEs. This has helped them mitigate the adverse impact of the pandemic. The hospitality and related services, especially those by micro and small enterprises, are yet to regain their pre-pandemic level of business. Considering these aspects, the ECLGS will be expanded up to March 22-23 and its guarantee cover will be expanded by 50,000 crore rupees to total cover of 5 lakh crore rupees, with the additional amount being embarked exclusively for the hospitality and related enterprises. Credit Guaranteed Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises CGT MSE scheme will be revamped to facilitate additional credit of, the right answer is option number B, 2 lakh crore rupees. This scheme will be remapped with required infusion of funds. This will facilitate additional credit of 2 lakh crore for micro and small enterprises and expand employment opportunities. What is the outlay of newly launched RAMP program for MSME sector for the next 5 years? The right answer is option number B, 6,000 crore rupees. What is the full form of RAMP? The full form is Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance Program. This will help the MSME sector become more resilient, competitive and efficient. What is the full form of the Desh Stack e-portal in an area of skill development? The right answer is option number C. Desh stands for Digital Ecosystem for Skilling and Livelihood. This aims to empower citizens to skill, reskill or upskill through online training. It will also provide API-based trusted skill credentials, payment and discovery layers to find relevant jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities. Startups will be promoted to facilitate Drone Shakti through varied application and for Drone as a Services DRAAS. One class, one TV channel program of PM E-Vidya will be expanded from 12 to how many TV channels? The right answer is option number D, 200 TV channels. This will enable all states to provide supplementary education in regional languages for class 1 to 12. In vocational courses to promote crucial critical thinking skill to give space for creativity, 750 virtual labs in science and mathematics and 75 skilling e-labs for simulated learning environment will be set up in the year 22-23. National Tele Mental Health Program will be launched with the framework of how many Tele Mental Health Centers of Excellence? The right answer is option number B, 23. The National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, will be the nodal center and International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, IITB, will be providing technology support. What is the budget layout for Har Ghar Nal Se Jal in financial year 22-23? The right answer is option number C, 60,000 crore rupees. Current coverage of Har Ghar Nal Se Jal is 8.7 crore. Out of this, 5.5 crore households were provided tap water in the last 2 years itself. Allocation of 60,000 crore rupees has been made with an aim to cover 3.8 crore households in 22-23. In 22-23, how many houses will be completed for the identified eligible beneficiaries of PM Awas Yojana? The right answer is option number C, 80 lakh houses. This is for both rural and urban. 48,000 crore rupees is allocated for this purpose to facilitate domestic manufacturing for the ambitious goal of 280 gigawatt of installed solar capacity by the year 2030 and additional allocation of 19,500 crore rupees for production linked incentive PLI for manufacturing and high efficiency modules with priority to fully integrated manufacturing units from polysilicon to solar PV modules will be made. What percent of armed forces capital procurement budget will be earmarked for domestic industry in 22-23? The right answer is option number B, 68%. It was 58% in 21-22. This has been increased by 10%. Defense research and development will be opened up for industry, startups and academia with 25% of defense R&D budget earmarked. Private industry will be encouraged to take up design and development of military platforms and equipment in collaboration with DRDO and other organizations through SPV model. What is the percentage increase in the outlay for capital expenditure for financial year 22-23 as compared with financial year 21-22? The right answer is option number D, 35.4%. The outlay for capital expenditure in the union budget is once again being stepped up sharply by 35.4% from 5.54 lakh rupees in the current year to 7.5 lakh crore in 22-23. This has increased to more than 2.2 times the expenditure of 19-20. This outlay in 22-23 will be how many percentage of GDP? 2.9% of GDP. The total expenditure in the financial year 22-23 is estimated at, the right answer is option number C, 39.45 lakh crore rupees. This is the figure. The total receipts other than borrowings are estimated at 22.84 lakh crore as against a total expenditure of 34.83 lakh crore projected in the budget estimate 21-22. The revised estimate is 37.70 lakh crore. Also, the revised estimate of capital expenditure is 6.03 lakh crore rupees. This includes an amount of 51,971 crore towards settlement of outstanding guaranteed liabilities of Air India and its other sundry commitments. What is the estimated fiscal deficit for financial year 22-23? The right answer is option number C, 6.4%. This is the percentage. This is consistent with the broad path of fiscal consolidation announced by the finance minister last year to reach a fiscal deficit level of 4.5% by which year? 22-25-26. The revised fiscal deficit in the current year 21-22 is estimated at 6.9% of GDP as against 6.8% of projected in the budget estimates. Surcharge on cooperative societies from present 12% has been changed to, the right answer is option number D, 7%. This is for those having total income of more than 1 crore rupees and up to 10 crore rupees. Currently, cooperative societies are required to pay alternative minimum tax at the rate of 18.5%. This would help in enhancing the income of cooperative societies and its members who are mostly from rural and farming communities. Friends, the PDF of all the video lectures presented on the YouTube channel of MPN Academy can be found on the app as discussed earlier with full description. Friends, with the help of the PDF, you can revise this video lecture in just 5 to 6 minutes. This will save you a lot of time which you can devote to the static portion. This is very important. The link of the app will be given in the description box as well as in the pinned comment section. Let's discuss the last question. Any income from transfer of any virtual digital asset shall be taxed at, the right answer is option number B, 30%. There has been a phenomenal increase in transaction in virtual digital assets like Bitcoin. No deduction in respect of any expenditure or allowance shall be allowed while computing such income except cost of acquisition. Further, loss from transfer of virtual digital asset cannot be set off against any other income. Gift of virtual digital asset is also proposed to be taxed in the hands of the recipients. So we are in a dilemma. First, the digital currency is illegal in India. It's not allowed, but it is also taxed at the rate of 30%. Friends, with this, we are wrapping up this special edition of Weekly Current Affair Test Series. Thank you very much for watching the video. All the best for your exam preparation.